Hi there and welcome back. Holly here for those coming in and this is your first video. I've written all these beautiful books that I'm now being asked to share with you. Now in this video I wanted to make it absolutely clear that all of these videos have been created from a space of love. I was trying to edit my next book this morning. I have the 6th one at the publisher and I'm going through the stage where I have to go through and make any corrections or any changes. You know, it's at the final stages of the book. And as I'm reading through, I was being bombarded with all of these messages to share here with you. And one of the most important messages they wanted for you to know and to be absolutely clear about is that we are here and we're coming from a place of love. There is no other intention with any of these videos. And we wanted you to know that from the bottom of our hearts, that this is what these videos are for. They're here to help you find yourself. Because that is what I've received from all of these books, from this whole process, starting from the first to this very last one that I'm going through now. It was all really a journey back to me. And it's been such a beautiful journey, you know? And when you go through it, there's just this sense inside that you want to share it with everyone else. You know, everyone needs to know about this, you know? It's such a beautiful place to be in. So for me, personally, in my life, I don't need anything. Everything I ever needed was given to me through these beautiful books. The place I'm at, you know, in myself, is where I always dreamed I would be one day. I just didn't know how to get there, you know? But if you are here, it's because you have a yearning inside of you. You want to know more about yourself. You want to know why you feel stuck in your life. Or why things keep repeating. Why does this keep showing up in my life? You know, why is this happening? You have all these questions and no answers. And that's what we're here for. We're hoping that with one of these videos, it'll spark something within you to remind you of the beautiful love that you are, the beautiful love that you've always been, and the beautiful love that you will always be. When I was little, you know, I really resonate with people that feel different. When I was growing up in my house, I always felt like I was adopted. I always felt like I was talking a different language and nobody really understood what I was trying to say. I remember train rides with my mum, you know, and we'd be in the carriage right next to the sliding doors. And so you had the seats where we were sitting and opposite you was a row of, you know, other people that were facing you. We were facing each other. And from quite young, I remember just staring at these people, just observing, studying their faces, their expressions, trying to understand their moods. And from quite young, I could see the pain in their eyes. You know, some would look up and they would smile, and because I was always smiling at them, fascinated, you know, by their humanness. I just found them so fascinating, so beautiful. And I would always be smiling because all I could see was the light in them, you know? And some would smile back, but the ones that didn't, I could see the pain in their eyes. I could see the suffering. I could see the hurt, you know? And I remember from that very young age, there was something in me that wanted to reach out to that person. There was something in me that I wanted to help. I just didn't know how because I was so little. And all I got from my mum was to stop staring, you know. From her point of view, it wasn't because it was rude or anything. From her point of view, she was worried, you know, because the world is not a safe place and you're smiling at strangers. You know, why are you smiling at strangers? We don't know these people. We don't know who they are. You know, it's like I was inviting bad things to come in, you know. I guess she worried that I was too trusting, you know, with others. And, sometimes that can lead to bad things happening, or what we consider bad things, but I do remember this longing in my heart to ease that pain. Why was that person sad? Was it something I could help with? Could I help with that? Is there something I could do? And that's always been with me my whole life. This wanting to help, this yearning, to serve others. I remember sitting in church, talking about being different. And there were so many things they used to talk about in church, and I would just sit there, and in my head I'd be thinking, this can't be right. To me, this doesn't make sense. Because I felt so different within myself. Anytime something showed up that was different, I always wanted to side with it. I always wanted to be on their side. I always wanted to be defending. Because in my eyes, even from quite little, we're all the same. I had this strong belief within me that in the eyes of God, we are all the same. It didn't matter what the color of our skin was. It didn't matter what our sexual urges were. It didn't matter. It didn't matter what we did or what we didn't do. For me, in the eyes of God, we were all the same. We were all his children, so to speak. As a child, that's what I used to think about God. And so when they'd bring up these minority groups, that were ostracized in the eyes of the church, whichever ones they were, I would always want to side with them. That no, someone has to speak up, talk to God. This can't be right. They're just people. We're all just people. How can they not see? How can you say these things? They're just people. That's all I could think. But they're just people. And so, honestly, I would go through life, and whenever I tried to have a conversation with grown-ups, it would just fail miserably, because I would always side with, there is only love. We are all the same. Now, when I say we're all the same, we're all different and unique here as individuals having different experiences, but in our core of who we truly are, the beautiful energy that we are within, there we are all the same. So know that whatever comes up in the videos, if you are deeply offended, or if it hurts you deeply, or whatever comes up for you, that is not the intention of any of the videos. Our intention is always, first and foremost, to help you remember who you are, to bring you back to the love you are. And in the next video, we're going to touch more on what does happen when you get triggered, when you get offended by my videos or by anyone that you're listening to. We're going to talk about that, because that is what we're here for. All right, my darlings, I love you guys so much. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye for now.